Hello, I'm here today to talk to you about coffee, its history, and the different types. When we hear the word coffee, we all have a different reaction. Some of us think of a wonderful drink that we enjoy every day, and some of us think of Starbucks or our local cafe on the corner. When it comes to my teenager, he thinks it's absolutely disgusting. I think our culture has really embraced coffee as a way to wake up or a way to relax. It just depends on the circumstances and atmosphere when we drink it. In the morning, we'll grab a cup of joe on the way to work to wake up, or in the afternoon, we'll call a friend and sit over a nice cup of coffee and talk. Our taste of coffee has really changed in the years. More and more specialty coffees are able to be bought in our local supermarket shelves. We no longer have to go to that very special coffee shop to get a really good cup of coffee. Sometimes I've wondered, where did the origins of coffee come from? Mark Pendergrass in Uncommon Grounds says there's some controversy as far as where and when this plant was found. The legend starts that a young goat herder in Yemen or Ethiopia, depending on the country that's telling the story, noticed his goats were acting very frisky and dancing. He found this very strange and didn't know what had happened to his goats. But after watching them for some time, he noticed that they were eating small red berries off of a bush. Then he decided, as the story goes, to also eat these berries. Soon after, he was also dancing with his goats. From Arabia to India. How did this happen? A smuggler from India strapped these onto his chest to take him back to his home country. From there, they went to Turkey and then to Holland. The Dutch were the first Europeans to ever have cultivated coffee. They cultivated coffee on the island named Java, hence another name for coffee, Java. And then from there, it goes all the way through Europe and all around the world. As much as I love coffee, you would think I knew what a coffee plant looks like. I think most Americans would have no idea where this wonderful brew comes from. The plant is an evergreen with waxy leaves. It can grow up to be 30 feet high. Here's an example of a coffee plant with the cherries with the coffee beans inside ready to be picked. Obviously, if these plants were 30 feet high, they would be very difficult to harvest. So they are pruned back and kept very small, shrub size, so that the beans are easy to pick. For coffee plants to grow, they must be in a mountainous region, normally within the tropic belt, where temperatures remain warm but not too hot. There's a lot of rain and there's no frost. Freezing will kill the plants immediately. The only place in the United States where coffee is grown is Hawaii. This comes to the different types of coffee. There are two types of beans. There are an Arabica bean and a Robusta bean. Out of all of the beans that are grown throughout the world, Arabica are king. About 70% of all beans that are grown are Arabica beans. This coffee is preferred over any kind because it has wonderful flavor, aroma, and color. Robusta, on the other hand, is easier to grow and cultivate. It does not have to be in a mountainous region, and it's very resistant to disease. The only problem, it has a very bitter taste, and it is not preferred. As Kenneth Davis remarks in the Coffee Guide to Buying, Brewing, and Enjoying, Hawaii grows all Arabica beans. If you see Hawaiian coffee, you will see the word Kona. This means it's a single origin coffee, that it is the only coffee beans that are in there are grown in that specific spot. It is not blended with any other type of beans. Most of our coffee on supermarket shelves is a blend between Robusta and Arabica beans. This way, the price isn't expensive and we still have a decent flavor so that we can enjoy it every day. Marie Nadine Antal speaks in The Confessions of a Coffee Bean about the way these beans are roasted. This is what gives the beans their wonderful flavor and aroma. A raw bean starts out as being green, and they have to be heated to temperatures of 550 degrees. The oils come out and start to roast the bean, and it gets that wonderful color that we see here. It only takes about 7 minutes to get our standard American blend, which is right here. From there, 9 to 11 minutes will give you this medium roast, which is right in here. 12 to 13 minutes for a dark roast, and then finally the darkest roast is espresso, which takes 14 minutes. I think it's absolutely amazing the differences of color and quality and taste that you get from just a few minutes difference in roasting. So in conclusion, I hope that you have learned a little bit about coffee, that you can appreciate what we drink every day, that this special plant that was discovered by a goat could all bring us one cup closer. In every part of the world, coffee is being drank. I hope that you will try a different style of coffee, a different darkness and richness, and then while you're drinking it, think about how special this bean really is. Thank you.